I want to legalize it. And I think at the federal level, what we can do is we need to remove it from Schedule 1 of the Controlled Substances Act, because it's right up there with methamphetamine right now and heroin. And it's actually in a higher schedule than cocaine, which is just ridiculous considering the medicinal effects of it and how it has no addictive qualities that are similar at all to methamphetamine or heroin. And I think that this is another area where you could talk to conservatives about it being a states' rights issue. If you legalize it on the federal level, then you give the states a complete choice of whether to legalize or not. So Colorado doesn't have to live in fear of Jeff Sessions waking up one morning and sending the DEA to shut down all these great economic programs that have been developed there that are helping schools through taxes. And that's another thing we could do if we legalize it on the federal level. We could have it regulated through the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Bureau, call it the ATFM, add a little marijuana in there, and then have them collect the tax. And there could be, the studies I've looked at say there's, on a state, local, and federal level, there's a $50 billion industry depending on how high you tax marijuana. And what could that go to? That could go to schools, education, help with some free college, some career-ready schools to help our economy. And it's also a humanitarian issue. Medicinal marijuana is great medicine for people and it has a better effect than opioids. And it would also save Medicaid $1 billion a year if medicinal marijuana was available everywhere, as opposed to having to substitute it for some type of opioid that the pharmaceutical companies are hawking. Who opposes this? Big Pharma. So again, we get back to the central theme of these monopolies are controlling our governmental policies. And then lastly with marijuana, there's the industrial hemp industry to think about, which is a whole new economic area that you can develop infrastructure for, create jobs, and also environmentally substitute it for non-organic cotton, plastics, and cement. It's all better for the environment than that. So there's just huge, huge benefits to legalizing marijuana at the federal level. And of course, reducing the number of prison sentences, just ridiculous prison sentences that go to people that are caught with large amounts of marijuana that are shipping it across the country when they go to federal court. There's often mandatory minimums. When a U.S. attorney takes up a marijuana case, it's usually a large amount of marijuana, and then now they're going to have to go after the mandatory minimum under the Jeff Sessions